My method of getting money home, it sucked. I'd have to use South Africans who had a Chinese bank account that was linked to a Visa bank account. Hi guys, welcome back to Quick Trader. I'm David and this is
Timothy.
Tim Dog. Every new video I'm going to come up with a new name for, a new nickname for
He's got a
Timothy.
pretty few good ones already, so just keep watching, guys.
But yeah guys, thank you so much for your continued support. We're seeing our channel grow so much on YouTube, Instagram. Where else? Oh, TikTok is going crazy.
Yeah.
So thank you so much guys. Please continue to comment, support our channel with views and likes and any questions that you might have. So today, Tim Dog, Bromathy, and Timothy and I, David, are going to talk about sending money globally, right? How to go about sending money globally the traditional way and how peer-to-peer makes that system so much easier. And then we're also going to chat about the different speeds it takes to use Western Union and Swift, Wise, and also chat about peer-to-peer lending and borrowing and what DeFi means, which is another one of those jargon things we spoke about. Yeah?
All right. So the first topic that we'd like to handle today is sending money globally. Now, for a lot of you, this might be a common practice for family members that live in different countries, but we'd also like to go around the different ways that you can get your money there faster and cheaper. And the right person to talk to? David.
Why?
You lived in Vietnam, my brother.
Yeah, that's right. So I lived in Asia for 5 years, and obviously in that time I would need to send money back home for certain scenarios or situations in my family's life, or sending money elsewhere, maybe not even to South Africa, which I'll speak about. My method of getting money home, it sucked. I'd have to use South Africans who had a Chinese bank account that was linked to a Visa bank account. So I don't know if HKBC Bank, I think. Angela will fact check me on the screen right here. That bank would be used back there to kind of send money to South Africa, but it wouldn't be instant. It would take a while, and if it was done over the weekend, even longer.
Yeah.
And it would be pricey, man. You'd have to pay so much money because you need to convert currency first, and then only after that then you send, and then there's a heavy fee that you incur in order to do that.
But just in general, what's the time span that we're looking at and how long it took?
Whoa man, it would take 2-3 days sometimes, and then it wouldn't be the amount that I tried to send. That would be I'd try to find a friend, because at the time I couldn't set my own bank account up, my own Chinese bank account up, so I couldn't do that. I'd have to give cash to a friend in Vietnam and they would send money to that bank account. But yeah, we'd always lose money trying to get it across, and then I'd have to pay. Another thing that I used to use is Western Union, which Angela will fact check me if I'm wrong again. But Western Union are in all the colonized nations. So all the British colonized nations will have a Western Union, but then some Asian countries as well will have a Western Union.
And just for those who don't exactly know what Western Union is, would you be able to explain to them?
It's like a bank specifically for global payments or movements, but again, high fees and long waiting times. And even prior to that, when I was living in Vietnam, they'd require a labor contract, they want my residency card, they want my work permit, they'd want a lot of documentation. And it didn't matter the amount. I remember my mom was sick and I was trying to send, I think it was $1,000 just for she needed to see the doctor, and I think the medical aid ran out or something like that. And yeah, it took a couple of days. By the time the money got to my mother, she was healthy. She was fine.
She was fine.
Yeah, but I mean, if she was really, really sick, could have been worse.
Yeah, could have been terrible.
Another scenario was that my sister, she often traveled to Japan and Brazil, and she's a missionary, so they often prefer payments via Swift and Wise. So I'm not familiar with Wise, but I remember I would try to make Swift payments from Vietnam to them, and it was just such a process. It took a really long time. I'd need to follow up on the payment, and then it's almost like a payment request you'd need to make, and then it needs to be authorized from the receiving end, and then that's another waiting time, and it just took forever in order to get money.
That is way too much.
Yeah, another thing is the big limitations, right? So when I was living in Asia, you can only send your salary back home. You can't send anything more. So let's say you're earning 40K. 40K is the most you can send in that given month, right? That's with Western Union. With Western Union, you can only send your salary within that given month, as well as with the HK, I'm sure it should be there right now, HKBC Bank. I think it's got a yellow logo.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're incurring fees, long waiting times, and a heap of admin in order for your funds just to get there.
Yeah, basically he's saying traditional and centralized banks in a global aspect doesn't really work out the best for you.
Not for instant payments. If you are trying to get wealth from place A to place B, and those places are on different continents or even just different countries, you're going to struggle. There's going to be some kind of hurdle you're going to have to go through, or some kind of fee you're going to have to pay. Whereas with cryptocurrency, it can be as fast as 2 minutes because you're finding someone on the marketplace and dealing directly with them. It just depends on how quickly payment is received and payments are verified and validated. That's how fast a trade could be. And instantaneous, almost.
A transaction like that can go super quickly, like less than a minute. It's simply as saying hello to someone, giving them a parcel of cheese, and they say thank you, and you're on your way. It's as simple and quick as that.
Yes. So this is an example of decentralized finances, right? Which is again what Quick Trade is trying to teach all of you guys viewing us. It's about how to decentralize your finances. And Tim's just going to chat about how decentralized finances and how they differ from centralized finances.
And a big concept to cover is the difference between our centralized and decentralized finances. For those of you that have seen the word DeFi before, it's probably jargon to a few that have never seen it.
DeFi.
But basically what it refers to is decentralized finances. Your centralized finances would be your standard mediums like Standard Bank, Absa, Capitec, your large standard bankings. Decentralized banks would be like your crypto portfolio, in which you are increasing your assets through different types of cryptocurrencies. That would be your decentralized finances.
Yeah, because remember, if all of your holdings, all of your wealth is in the bank, right? It's completely subject to government fiscal policies and monetary policies, and whatever the Reserve Bank decides to do with interest rates with commercial banks. So you're at the mercy of these of the bank and of your government. And if you live in South Africa, I don't know why you'd have full confidence in government like policy regarding money in our country. I definitely think that more people should be an advocate of autonomy of your own wealth, and that's what DeFi that's what DeFi or decentralized finances gives you. It gives you autonomy. Is there a risk that Bitcoin goes down for a week or a month? Yeah, but if you're just holding anyway, every year Bitcoin has seen an increase, a rise. Every year, strong security, stable altcoins go up. There might be a dip in May, there might be a dip in August, but it always goes up every single year. And that is why traders who long haul trade, meaning they kind of just buy and hold for years. They just don't do anything. It goes up, they do nothing. It goes down, they do nothing. Those are the ones who earn the most. If you bought Bitcoin 7 years ago, you'd be wealthier than anyone who's been buying and selling Bitcoin the last 7 years. 100%.
A big aspect of cryptocurrencies isn't just the autonomy, but it's also the privacy. It's the ability to make transactions and people won't know what you're purchasing.
Yeah.
A big problem, I don't know about you guys, but let's just say I want to go to a store and purchase something. I don't want the bank to know what I'm purchasing. With cryptocurrencies, there's not much way to track what the purchase is and where it came from.
I think in South Africa, we can't really relate that much to it because we have the freedom to purchase anything we want, except like something that's illegal, right? But what do we deem illegal? We deem like firearms illegal, drugs, things like that, right? All reasonable things. But let's say you're in a country like North Korea, where
denim jeans,
certain books, things like that. How would you purchase these things if all your transactions are done through the bank, right? Peer-to-peer gives you privacy over your transactions as well, right? Yeah, so privacy in the sense of if you'd like to purchase jeans or a specific novel which is maybe against some kind of political law or political or cultural ethos or mindset in that country.
I can name a few, but I'm not gonna, you know.
yeah, in case there's a couple of North Korean investors. But yeah, like there are restrictions in other nations and other countries, and if you want to keep your transactions private, peer-to-peer allows for that as well.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's all we want to cover for today. Thank you so much, guys, for your time and your attention. Your support means so much. If you like this, please give us a like. Comment if you've got a question, if you're confused about anything, and maybe what we're sharing isn't of any interest to you, but I'm sure there's one person in your life who is coming to mind when you're hearing about these crypto stuff, these crypto things, right? Please share on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, Instagram, so that we can reach our target audience, because everything we're saying is verbal gold right now, 100%. Like, I'm making money from it, Tim's making money from it, and we want others to make money from it. That's why we're putting this content out there and not charging for it, right? I've had to pay for it, Tim has had to pay for it, so we're just putting it out there that this info is gold. So just keep commenting, keep sharing, keep supporting us in this way. It means the world to us.
And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'd love to see you in our Q&As on our TikTok.
Perfect. Cheers, guys. Bye.